Alrighty, okay. Oh. I need to adjust some stuff around on my desk. How much? Oh, that's fucking dead. Excellent. I need a longer cable for that. These can go back in my dresser. I don't want this here. Or drawer, not dresser. That with that, can go in there, even though that dangerous tool needs to be kind of taken apart. I have lost chat. Wunderbar. Wer ist mein... Oh. The idea is they should be able to hear me still, yeah? Okay, good. I don't know how this works. We live in the future. A future that confuses me greatly. The brake started squeaking again too, FYI. So. Oh, jeez. Whoa. Oh, goodness.
Is this... Oh. I don't think it's working. Hello? Well, no, but it's not working on my OBS. No, it's just not, I think the camera froze. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Well, hello. This is the first time I've ever streamed anything. Well. Okay, so today, this is an old pattern I've had for a long time, but today we're going to be using, we're going to be making some spats. Because I have a lot I have to put together, and that's what I gotta do for the end of this month. All of these are done in what's called 5-ounce leather, which I believe is 2mm, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me, I am not great with metrics. For real. Wunderbar. The camera has frozen. That is great. Oh, God. How would one do that? Oh, so spats they're kind of like shoe covers. They were really popular in the 20s. They're meant to keep dust off of your socks. I do not know why they... Oh, that is probably what's going on. I did not realize that was... Why is camera no work? thank you. Oh, wait a minute. Hello! Hey, there we go, I got it. As long as I can see it moving on my OBS, I'm fine. Okay. I can show kind of what I'm making because I have a picture of it. So this is, I bought this pattern a long time ago, and I have made many of them since. I can show an example of what they look like, which I have just over here. I have a set in brown, which is the original set that I actually wear to work, and then newer set that I made. So the brown set is the older set. Oh. Yes, hand reveal for free. I have no choice, otherwise I couldn't show the work. So this is essentially what a boot spat is. It sits on a shoe. Your heel kind of sits in the back here, and it sits out front. And then it just folds over it, kind of like you'd see like a costume boot cover. Well, I've been doing this for about 20 years. I started long time ago when I was in Boy Scouts. And my dad really got into it, and he used to make wallets and things. Matter of fact, without doxing myself here, it's very old and worn out. This is actually a wallet that my dad made many an eon ago. And most of it has disintegrated, but it's still holding up. What I like most about leatherworking. It doesn't yell at me. Well, I honestly don't know. It's calming. It's kind of like how people are with sewing, except not, I wouldn't say it's as complicated. It can be, you can do complicated things. I've made hats before. Actually, I think I still have it in here. I've made a hat which uses quite a lot of, if anybody plays TF2, you may recognize Saxton Hale's hat. It uses a lot of different things that I've learned over the years to do. You've got the buttressed edges around the back, which I can try and get if my light will let me. It's inset to try and make it look like it's a fedora, stuff like that. Quite a few different hats that I can show, but easiest thing about leatherworking is it doesn't matter how much you mess it up, because you only get one shot. I don't have it with me because I gave it to my boyfriend, but I made a ram skull mask, and that, yeah, could you? I guess we're gonna post it in May's Discord. But I made a ram skull mask that is, the hardest part was definitely the curly horns. That was a task and a half. Also finding, unlike fabric, there's no bias, so finding a spot where everything fits, where you're not wasting, is the hard part. cute. I'm gonna have to make more Team Fortress stuff, aren't I? Oh, people can't hear me? I can fix the audio. Oh. How do you think I feel? Nervous as heck. Oh, if you think I'm talking to myself, it's because I am. No, I'm just kidding. I have my boyfriend on Discord on the side to help with my anxiety. Not yet. Keyboard needs to move. Yeah, I apologize. I did a test of this yesterday, and Discord was absolutely coming through at like every instance, so I was assuming that was going to happen again. Oh, yes, I do quite a lot. So, on one thing, I do have a job outside of leatherworking. I'd love to make this my actual job. It's not. Yet. Outside of that, I do other things. I do a lot of automotive work. Not as a job. I have a few classic cars that I work on primarily, but I'll do whatever. For anybody who's a car nut, I have a 68 Chevelle, a 51 Styleline Deluxe, a Nash. Oh yeah, no, this, sorry, I'm getting off topic. This is real leather. This is 5-ounce calfskin. And for anybody who is worried about that, don't be, because I bought this from a company that only uses leather from the food industry. So every time you eat a burger, I'm probably using the leather for something. Oh, yeah, sorry, forgot. Yes, big goal. I have a chainmail shirt that I'm making, which is a spite project. I go to the Ren Fair quite a bit, which is where I normally like to show off my leatherworking. But I did a class for chainmail just for fun because I wanted to learn a couple different patterns that I didn't already know, and the old guy that was doing it told me that I couldn't do something. So I'm making a spite piece, which is taking me forever and a day. I'm making a chainmail shirt out of Byzantine weave, which is meant to be a jewelry weave. I will probably be showing that being worked on in the future as well. Just not. I potentially can, but doesn't his use alligator skin, if I'm not mistaken? The issue is California. They don't allow you to have alligator skin. I might be able to use caiman, which is kind of similar. But yeah, I'm in. I can make a TF2 hat. I made that Civil War hat way back when, and I have a couple other hats that people have commissioned me to make. Yeah, well, I'm a modern day blacksmith. I tend to do, I normally do like armor smithing. I'm not a knife maker, but I do a lot of blacksmithing. I have a forge, and I do a lot of like aluminum casting and stuff. I don't know how I would film that because the fire is really hot. It's damaged cameras in the past. Oh, and for anyone wondering how I get through doing all this, because it is a lot of carpal tunnels, I can't turn it sideways. Not yet. I have an Etsy store that I sell 3D printing stuff in, but because it's another thing that I dabble in, but it's not open at the moment because I don't have any stock. But I do plan on making a store that sells the leather goods. I'd love to make my little backpack on it. If anybody wants any, I'm not trying to boast my work here because I have enough as is. But if anybody is interested in having something made, I can make just about anything. If you want to reach out to my boyfriend, he can probably set you up with like a time frame. I'm not trying to push sales, but also I'm pushing sales. Ooh, 69 Nova. No, I'm not. I am not a Renaissance man. I cannot draw. I'm good with... Yeah, but I don't feel good about pushing like, oh, you should buy this, you should buy that. I just, if you're interested, you can reach out, and that's great. If you're not, thank you for showing up anyway. I don't want to obligate people into thinking they should buy my stuff. I genuinely do enjoy doing this. So a lot of this is hobby work. It's just, you know, would I love it to be a business in the future? Yeah. Is it practical? Probably not. So, to explain what I'm doing, I'm lazy. I have a Sharpie. I could trace around everything. I try not to do that. It's easier to cut around the patterns with the tape, and I use like the cheapest masking tape possible so you can see through the pattern. The camera makes it really nice. You can really see it on the camera, all the lines. In person, you can't see that at all. But oh yeah, no, I'm terrible with prices. Somebody gives me a good enough sob story, I'm like, you know what, just take it. I'm not good with the monies. Everyone else handles the shinies, not me. I'd sell this to you for moss. God. I think I'm only going to get one of these cut out tonight. Because I don't know... Well, maybe two. I might be able to get two cut. But we'll see. We'll see how much fits on this. This hide has been used to make quite a lot of things, which is why it looks small as it is. If anybody's wondering what pricing is on Leatherworking, if you're interested, it's a lot. It's a hide, a whole hide, which I can't afford, runs about $800. I normally buy just upper shoulders because it's the most versatile piece of leather. Or I'll buy deerskin. Deerskin's cheap, but it doesn't have the same strength, and you can't tool it or anything like that. I promise that when I'm doing like the stitching and stuff, I'll be able to watch chat a lot better. You can normally get a double shoulder, well, from the shop that I buy it from, for about $80. Single shoulder is $45. Obviously, the more you buy, overall, the cheaper it is, but it's not. It's not the cheapest hobby to get into. Ironically, cars are cheaper than this. I'll wait on these. I'll cut these out last. Well, oh yeah. As far as that goes, I do have a decent job outside of this that I would love to stop working at, because it's boring. But you know, I can't talk a whole lot about my job. The only thing I can say is it's government, and I'm not allowed to talk about the rest. Oh, I plan on retiring young. I'm not as old as I may make myself out to be. I got the government job so that I could retire at the age of 40. So I've got about 15 more years to go. One thing I will say that I want to complain about this pattern. I love the guy's patterns. The person I bought this from, and I'm sure you can see it all over the paperwork, is Diesel Punk Row on Etsy. I love his patterns to death. And he does videos too to go along with them, which is pretty cool. Guy sounds like Vinny from Atlantis, that old Disney movie. But his holes are some weird arbitrary number that I have no idea what is. because it's not a 5mm and it's not a 6mm spacing. Oh no, 100%. I definitely take the government's money. I do the things they tell me I'm not supposed to. Shh. But just in the back of the tavern, working on leather. That's gotta be the closest I can do. Let me Oh, that's a good idea. I should explain what that tool is. Thank you. So, this is a single hole punch. I could do this whole pattern with single hole punches. It would take me 19 years, and I used to do it. I used to do each hole individually. This set, I've gone through a few of these different ones. These are from Amazon, they're cheap. They come in a set of a bunch of different sizing. I use these for the really big holes, like belt loop holes, or not this one particularly, I have a bigger one for it, for belt loops, but this one is going to be used for the holes that hold the rivets on the spat, the sort of cut hole for the, this one's tight. So this is going to get punched there, and then a line will get cut in it. But this is just a single hole punch. This is a special set, but I have many of these. Normally they look like this. This is called a pricking iron, or just commonly known as an iron. These are used to punch multiple holes, and I specifically like doing them with these because they're diamond cut. So each hole is cut kind of at an angle. When you stitch it, it lays with a really nice pattern. Have I made with belts with designs? Yeah, actually I have one right here. I can show that. And I don't just use like natural leather. I have special paints, so I can make it any color. But this belt is like a satchel bag style, which I stamped to make it plushed. So each one of these is hand stamped, and then it kind of just fits. I like this belt a lot because not only does it have the pockets on the outside, but it's got a hidden pocket. But I also do things like this and make backpacks. Backpacks and purses and things. So. Like I said, I can make anything your heart desires, as long as it's not on paper. Oh yeah, I've made patterns quite a few times. This hat actually, the Saxon Hale hat, was handmade. I used some pieces from other patterns, but for the majority it was handmade. What part do I like the most? None of it? No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I like the whole process. I only recently found out that, well, not recently, but I was diagnosed when I was a kid, and like all 90s kids, their parents said that they don't have it. I have ADD, and this is something that helps me keep my hands busy so I don't chew them to death. That's a nasty habit I've never been able to break, and doing this keeps my hands busy. So I like, realistically, I do like the whole process. Depending on the day, I guess either pounding the holes or stitching. Because when you're stitching, you can just put some music on and throw everything together. Part I hate the most is the dyeing process. So when you dye leather or you paint leather, it's a lot of just sitting around and you can't do anything, and it's boring. Thank you. I do actually do a dabble a bit in electronics. That comes from the wiring. I didn't make these headphones. These are Beats. I'm not that good, but I Oh yeah, I did with Farley's help here. I did the entire 51 was completely rewired. Oh, it does? Oh, God. What is blocking that? Oh, God, how do I fix that? Oh. Did I fix it? I don't know how to fix that. I have no idea how to fix that. If anyone, because I have no idea what I'm doing with this stuff, if anyone has an idea what, how to make a better stream chat, I would appreciate it. I don't know how to fix that. Oh, so, I will say this: if you're interested in getting into leatherworking, I'm absolutely all for it, and I will definitely give pointers. I would say the first thing you need to do: have a good hammer, and these are cheap. I got this on Temu. It's a replacement hammer for. It came in a 2-pack. It was like $6. These are nice. I like these. Not what I started with. Originally, I used to use a wooden rawhide mallet. I still have it. It used to be, well, I say rawhide mallet, but this is a gavel, like a judge's gavel. There's not much of it left. What was the first thing I learned to make? Probably one of those little little crummy kits from Scout Camp. They used to make, well, it's funny, I make them now, but mine are better. The little coin pouches that they come, the little tiny flat coin pouches, I like mine better. Little dice bags. Why is my audio peaking so much? There we go. No. I am not a judge. I can tell you that for sure. If I was an elected official, I would probably not be a streamer because I'd be 80 years old. Why is this peaking so much? There we go. I made it as a dice bag originally, but kind of just came out that way. Well, hopefully. Oh, Spats? If I'm gonna do Spats, it's, like this normally doesn't take that long. Once you get everything cut, and, I'd say cutting probably takes about, when I'm like focused, about an hour to cut one of these patterns out. Typically, I will do about 10, 20 at a time. These are those dice bags. I haven't finished these three because I forgot to bring them with me when I went. I'll do a lot of sewing in the car. I forgot to do the lacing on them. But typically, if I'm going to do them, I do them in sections. So I'll do like today I'm only doing one, but typically I'll do a lot at once, and then get everything stamped, cut, and then usually that takes me, I'd say for Spats specifically, I want to say like 5-ish hours to get everything cut and ready, and then you have to dye them, and if you're going to stamp them, you have to stamp them first. So depending on what you use, I use a lot of. I am not sponsored. I'd love to be sponsored by them because their stuff is expensive. I use a lot of Angelus dyes. I hate Phoebing's dyes. It's like the #1 company that you see online for like leather or shoe dye. Angelus is so much better. Phoebing's is absolute garbage. This is the style of paint I use too, and you just use these little. I could find a better paintbrush, but I just use these cheapo little puff balls. It does still show a brush stroke, but it's not that bad when it dries, if you lay it on heavy. Overall, I would say to do one, getting everything stamped and cut, probably, if you're just focusing on it, maybe playing some music in the background, about an hour to get it all cut. It takes, at most, well, depending on what you do. If you paint it, that could take a full day. If you dye it by using a method called dip dyeing, and you do it the way I do it, which is really cheap. I don't use leather dye because leather dye is usually expensive. I do for my black because I want it to be jet black. With my regular dyes, like the browns, I actually use a wood dye. So, like what you would varnish a floor with, it creates a lot of natural colors in the leather and stains because it doesn't sit as evenly. So I'll soak this in wood dye for about an hour, and then I'll take it out and let it dry for an hour, and then there's just two ways that I could go about it. One is let it completely dry, and whatever oil is left on the top will sit and leave dark marks, which is what I did on these. Or you can wipe it off at that point, like I did for these. These are just a part, but they kind of make it a little bit of a lighter color. These are both using the same wood dye, so you can really see the difference. Oops. The what? So it makes my ADHD. I have to keep remembering to switch. It makes my ADHD brain happy too. Also, I apologize if I just saw it happen. You're probably gonna see it soon. The camera glitches occasionally. It doesn't like the banging, and also I have it on a 50-foot USB cable because I have other tenants in my house, and I have to do this in the garage. Otherwise, they get mad at me. Bye. I appreciate you coming. Somebody thinks it's cool. So the table that I'm using, back to what I was saying about if you want to get started here, the table I'm using is kind of also handmade. So you can see the white. This is just a basic like table that you can. Well, it's actually a desk that I got on Craigslist for free. It's not quite long enough for my legs to fit underneath, but I'm okay with that. I just kind of sit further back, which kind of helps with the camera too. But the very top of it's the important part. This is a self-healing plastic, DEPT, I believe it's called, that I bought at Tap Plastics for about $100 and just screwed on. By self-healing, it's not actually self-healing. It just kind of closes back up a little bit easier and doesn't fracture. And to kind of cut back on that as well, I also, from Michael's, bought some cheapo Let's see if I can peel it back. Just cut mats. Before that, I used to use cutting boards. I don't know if I have a piece of it still. It exploded. I can make anything except for money. Actually, let me do that first. I also want to say it's incredibly difficult to not be like laying on the piece. I'm normally like all over this thing. It's good practice. It's better for my back too. Oh, I've hurt myself today. I can't see the... That's better. If you use too thick of a tape layer, you can't see the dots, which are really important. Oh, a Ren fair, Renaissance fair. A Ren fair is, how do I explain that? A Ren fair is kind of like a festival of sorts, kind of like, I don't know if maybe your town has them, I don't know. I've seen them a lot, where it's like a, kind of like an arts festival where they have a bunch of booths and stuff, except everyone dresses up like it's the medieval times. It's kind of like a LARPing event, if you know what that is. Matter of fact, there's a giant LARPing event that I'd love to go to someday, but I don't speak French, called Bicoline. It's in Quebec, so French Canada. Well, if you live in California, we have two of them. If you don't live in California, I know there's one in Nevada, in Reno. I used to live there. Is that good? Can I see? Why not? Now I could swear there's supposed to be a second hole here. Am I missing? There is supposed to be a second hole. Bah. Got my own. Going off the pattern. I will say that the number one issue I have with leatherworking is the mess. Punching these little holes, they get everywhere. It does not matter how much you try and clean them, they are everywhere. Young, but I'm old at heart. I don't know what a VOD is. But I will try and put one up. I can do that. Good night, all, and that is leaving Nay and Nashu. I appreciate you coming out. For anyone curious, this iron is actually quite expensive. Best tool I've ever bought. I only have to have one iron for everything, and you just screw the different heads on. Comes in a nice set. And they have additional sets that match it too. genuinely do appreciate you coming out. So, for anyone who's interested in starting, I don't recommend doing it the way I do it. I learned this a long, long time ago. It is absolutely wrong. You will hurt yourself if you do this. And I have hurt myself many, many times. This is just a regular box cutter. Yeah, you use a swivel knife. I have a box of them. They always come in sets, and I can't use them. They're weird. They're shaped. They're shaped. You put your upper finger and you trace straight down. I hate them. They're awful. Oh, the music stopped. Oh, thank you for the sub. God, I have to reach the music stopped. Well, I could just re-loop it. Because it was playing for like almost an hour before. Yeah, box. Okay, I could go grab one if you want to see what they look like. Swivel knives are. I can't use them. I genuinely don't have the dexterity for it. I'll go grab one to show you what it looks like. Part of knowing exactly where all your tools are. First thing that you should probably make is a toolbox out of leather. It's a good practice, and then you get something. So this is a swivel knife. This is a broken swivel knife. This is how you use it. So it's shaped like the letter Y, and the pointy end, the sharp end, is down here. You're supposed to hold it like that, and then as you go, you're supposed to. This is garbage. I can't use this, but that's how you do it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, Ironically, I'm a pianist. I have a piano behind, like literally right behind me, that's covered in leatherworking stuff, so no, I will not play it. But at least in the given moment, I learned classical concert piano, which I hate. It's incredibly hard. It's incredibly hard. This is a lot easier, but also really fucking dangerous.
so I don't recommend it. Because if this slips, you are 100% going to cut yourself with a razor blade.
But it is so much easier. Maybe we should show the dock being built at some point. Ah, let them come. Nobody will come there.
I don't understand why that's funny. Oh, docks because it's a dock. Haha. Let them come. We'll just have a party.
Yet.
And there's a motel across the street. Come on now.
I just bought a piece of property. This isn't gonna dox me, in wine country that has lake access. Danke. Okay. No one will ever be able to find it anyway. The last time Google Maps has been in that area was 2012. And it doesn't look anything like that now. Of course, I doubt that the internet could find everything. They could probably tell me exactly where I am right now based on how dark it is outside. I know, but I did not say the name of the plastic place. I just said plastic. Did I say the name of the place? Well, there's Tap Plastic is a generic company. Whatever. Let them dox me. It's a federal crime if they do. Just know, it's a felony if you do it to me. That's the benefits of being a government employee. See what? Yeah, good. That'd be fun. I'd like to do that.
Dual PNG stream. Be fun to do like a work-along stream for anybody who wanted to. I could probably come up with like a little simple, maybe the dice bags, something that you could get like a little tiny piece on Amazon or something. Oh, I missed that completely.
I'm glad I just spotted that before I finished cutting this.
Trying to forget that I'm in front of people. I would not be leatherworking at a party.
I don't care if people know that I'm a furry. I mean, my character's a kobold right now. Oh no! Reveal! I'm a pickle! I love how my stream stopped. Well, I don't know if that works still. The chat just went full black for me, so excellent. I like pickling my liver. That's why I make my own alcohol too. And before we have a mead making stream. Dude, I can't cook. I can make alcohol, but if you ask me to cook, I will burn it. I really wish that they could hear you, because it just sounds like I'm rambling like a madman. Okay. I am a madman, but that's beside the point. What don't I do? Well, can I say women? Is that okay? trouble. I'm not going to say that. Well, I was gonna say women. Insanity is just doing the same thing over and over every single day, expecting something different to happen. That's all I do every single day. Then I come home and drink. Not every single day. Because then I'd be dead. And I kind of like living. That's why I don't sleep. Sleep's for the weak. It's the cousin of death. Oh my goodness. This tape does not want to come off. Ah! Yeah, the benefits of using really cheap tape is it usually comes off really easily and it doesn't leave marks. I had to run to get tape because I ran out. Or realistically, I didn't run out. I lost it. I set it someplace stupid and I ran to the store, bought it, came back. I started the stream and it was sitting on my table. So it was $8 I'll never get back. Not this stuff. I can't paint cars with this stuff. If I want the car to look like garbage. FYI, no, I'm not a good painter. I am following a YouTube tutorial because my car looks like doo-doo. Oh my gosh, please. To listen to? Oh. That's okay, I'll take the watch hours. I don't know how I'm calming. God, no one thinks I'm a woman on here like they do at work? My microphone at work for when I have to take calls, it only picks up high ranges for some reason. So, yeah, I just answer the phone as Betty because I don't have the heart to tell people that I'm not a woman on the phone when they're like, because it's usually old people. Oh, thanks, sweetie. You're welcome. Oh, that's something I can't do. Although I know how to make yarn, and I may do a yarn stream at some point. I have a drop spindle that I also bought at the Rank Fair. I can never find wool, but you know. No, that's not true. The Hobby Lobby had it, but I refused to buy from them for reasons. got bad news for you. That's all the hammering I got. In this piece, at least. There will be more when I start tooling. A lot more hammering. Especially because I can hear the music too, and I tend to get in a groove and follow the music.
So crochet. What got you into crocheting?
I can't give you legal advice, however.
I don't recommend that.
That's really cool. It's nice to see that people have hobbies still. It's very uncommon to see, well, anybody really having hobbies outside of, you know, the standard like gaming and stuff like that. Which I'm not knocking at all. Trust me, I love a good game. But Stardew, Fallout, Minecraft, you know, the fun stuff. I don't even like, okay, hot take, I do not like Doom. I like the music, but it kind of sucks. I like the original Doom, but that doesn't count. Oh, you make plushies out of crochet. That's really cool. I thought about making leather plushies, but that gives kind of a BDSM vibe. Which is unfortunately a lot of my clientele. Well, I don't know if unfortunate is the correct word, but it is leather, so, you know, take that as you will. Matter of fact, should I go get the, it's late enough hours, should I go get the mask? My, kobold mask? It's not made for kink, and everyone says it is. I'm gonna go get it. It's not supposed to be kinky. It's supposed to be a kobold mask. back on. Okay. How do I show this in a way that does not look stupid for the camera? Back this way. Here we go. Maybe this way? Yes, this way. Here we go. So, I tried to make it an articulated jaw. It does not work well, but it does work a little. It's mostly this part. It's mostly this part that people think is... That's okay. Oh. I appreciate that, Blister. I'm gonna make the rest of that outfit. I really want to make the little bolo hat to put on top and cover all that up. It's not made for kink, but everyone thinks it is. Oh, oh. I lied, there's one more tippy tap.
If I can find it. Oh jeez, I covered up the... You know, I actually thought about adding teeth to it, not leather ones, because that would be weird. I thought about making like a 3D printed teeth set, because I think that would help stiffen the jaw and make it so that I can articulate it better. I would love for it to, my complaint. I think fursuits are awesome. I have one. But dragon fursuits anger me greatly. Dragons don't have fur. They shouldn't have fur. I will allow hair, but not fur. Feathers are also okay. And then people turn fur into scales, and it irritates me greatly because it's wrong. But something about using pleather to make a fursuit, then suddenly you're wearing a kink suit, and people look at you wrong. And if you make a fursuit out of leather, then you're no better than the people that buy like furs. Oh, I actually plan on making a tail, a scale mill tail, kind of. So I want to do a leather
I want to make the rest of this costume. I want to make my character as best I can out of leather. I have a lot of this blue. I want to do, and I also have, to make it out of toolable leather, I have this, which is, I need to buy more of it. Obviously, this is a very small bottle, but this is the same color. Same color. I know it looks a little bit lighter, but it's not. When it comes out of the bottle, it darkens. Actually, here's a good example. This is painted. This is the same leather, but painted. It's a little bit brighter, but not by much. No idea how I'm going to make the wings. But I also have those weird pony boots that I bought to try and turn into monster feet. I have no idea how to walk in them. Personal things. This, unfortunately, is not personal. I don't get a lot of time to do personal stuff anymore. Occasionally. And that's okay. Speaking of which, speaking of not personal things, I need to finish. This has nothing to do with the stream, but I need to finish that Mandalorian outfit. Maybe I'll do a stream of me doing the electrical on that. Oh, I should probably mention that. I 3D print stuff as well. I made a stormtrooper costume because I didn't want to pay for them. So I have a scout trooper costume. It actually irritates me greatly because the helmet I made took a dive and exploded. But it's it came out pretty nice. Well, so with the tail, I'm gonna mostly use leather as the construction. You can use like a thick, I might even have an example, like a 10-ounce leather, a 10 or a 12-ounce leather, which is essentially just, let's see if I even have any left. Not out. This is an 8-ounce, but you can see this doesn't bow at all. This is just rebar tie wire. That's a good idea. The thing about the PVC pipe that I have a bit of an issue with is because if I went to sit down, I would have to sit forward all the time and my back would kill me. So making them kind of just rigid enough to hold themselves up but be soft enough to where I could lean on them and it wouldn't hurt me, I'm okay with. Like, I made long time ago, I probably should repair it. It's actually sitting right over here. I made a vest with a dragon scale back. It's a dyed Kanan skin. Which I still have right here. And it goes the full length of the spine. But it's just a vest. A little simple thrown together vest. This is deer skin, and this is obviously the Kanan skin. But I'm thinking something to that effect would be not a bad idea for a tail. If I can get one in blue. The wings will be last. because I have yet to make a set of wings that I actually like. I've tried in the past. I made articulated ones using aluminum. I've made them with foam. I've made them with... I just don't like... I haven't found a set that I actually enjoy. Lots of cool ones that people I've seen online, but too much puppeteering. And at Ren Fair, which is where this is really going to be used, or even if I were to wear it at like a furry convention, I'm too drunk to try and articulate a puppet. See, that's why I kind of want to make them floppy. Floppy wings might not. As long as they have enough rigidity to hold up. I'm sure, I mean, there'll be a little bit in the way, but if I, like, lean against them or I bump them into somebody, it's not going to hurt them. You kind of, like, just... When, like when you walk past somebody with, like, a big coat and it's windy, you get hit with their, like, tailcoats or whatever. Coattails. Tailcoats. Losing my mind. I don't know. I'd like to finish cutting these pieces and then maybe move to the next step if possible. Because ideally, I'm not going to show the dyeing process. Maybe I will for like wax or paints, because that dye has no fumes. Wood dye, oh, it stinks. It stinks something awful. I cannot show that process, but basically I use a giant aluminum dog bowl and I dump however many cans of wood stain that I need just to fill the volume. And that's how I get the brown on the black dye. Don't stink. I could definitely use that in here and maybe show it. I don't know what color I want to dye this. I have to make a decision. I gotta cut all of them out first though. But this one, I'll do at least one tonight to completion, and then I might do the rest, or I might do another one tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, until I get my 10 cut out. Not that I'll stream all of those, but I might. I don't know. This is kind of fun. Makes me feel like I'm not sitting out here in the dark alone. I appreciate it, Tuna. I will most definitely be streaming again. This is fun. And if I didn't, my boyfriend would be incredibly mad at me because he's the one that made the the PNGtuber. What was happening earlier. A little bit. It's kind of helping my anxiety a little bit. I used to be really, well, Still am, but COVID made me really socially anxious. Oh, I said the word I'm not supposed to. Oh well. Yep, those darn birds. Darn corvids. Crows and such. But yeah, it made me really socially anxious. I used to be. I was only outgoing at parties and stuff because of, it's kind of a personal story. I lost my brother when he was in his 20s and I was in my. Well, I was almost 20. Motorcycle accident, and prior to that, I was very quiet. I was never outspoken. I was kind of like a stay-at-home person, and then he died, and I kind of made myself be like, no, this is what he would do, so I'm gonna go out and do it, and I kind of broke that habit, and then those darn crows came. The corvids and all, but it ruined me for social. So this is kind of helping me get better. I tried to get into the VR scene. I tried to do that to try and help with like VR chat and stuff, but it did not help. It did not help. It made it worse because then people could see me in my bedroom. They couldn't, but they could. If anyone's curious what these scissors are, they're KitchenAid meat cutters. These are the best scissors I've ever used. You can cut through bone with these, apparently. This is what it said on the advertisement. But these are the best scissors. Yeah, let's find out. Best scissors I've ever bought. I've broken many scissors cutting leather. This stuff, and I cheat too because I cut out the pattern first and then I have a line to follow easily, but they just cut like butter and it's great. Stay on late enough, hype might jump on. definitely gonna have to clean these edges. The way I'm doing this is so wrong. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the support. And I most certainly will be attempting to muster the courage to do more than just one stream in my lifetime. I'd like to do more. So far, this has been rather fun. And before this is the last time you people see me. But no, in seriousness, I am actually having fun, so I kind of want to do this again. It's just really hard to set this thing up. As far as technology goes, I'm an old man. I have no social media outside of like a Twitter that I use to lurk. I don't even know how to post on Twitter. I've never had a Facebook. I had a MySpace back in the day when I went to college, because they made us make a social media page to meet our other roommates, but other than that, Are we allowed to call it Twitter still? Or is it X now? You have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Start hitting the hammer again. Ironically, I want glasses. I think glasses look so cool. And every time I've been to the damn doctor for eyes, they're like, "Oh, you have perfect vision." Stupid bastards. And no, I will not wear the hipster glasses. I think that's just making fun of the disabled. I don't know what those are. Oh. Really?
would love a pair of glasses that helps me not get the migraines. Oh yeah, that's that and the ADD.
Both are curable. Well, no. Ironically, the migraines go away if I drink a Coke. Only temporarily, but...
And my doctor even told me to do that too, which is crazy because I stopped drinking Coca-Cola and the migraines got worse because I had bad addiction to Coca-Cola. I fucking loved Coca-Cola when I was a kid. Oh, it's absolutely dangerous. Do as I say, not as I do. Huh. Oh, the yellowed screen? Yeah, I use that at work. I do know how to set that up. Green lights. Sorry. I can give free prescription glasses, by the way. Can I get them with like a 0.1 prescription or something like that? Give me the John Lennon glasses. Did he wear those? Yeah, it's Vladimir. Vladimir Lenin was the... Remember, it's better to be dead than red.
No anti-communist stuff? Oh, I'm just kidding. It's a Fallout show. You know, Liberty Prime. Liberty Prime. Liberty Mutual. I don't think anybody is still. That is okay with me. Oh, I would have loved it. No, I would have loved it. I just would have been away. I don't understand why people would want to watch this, but I'm glad they do. I'm not even quite used to the whole. I'm not even used to the whole swapping back and forth. It's okay to mess up so I can say the funny words? What? What's wrong with onomatopoeia? That's a funny word. Ah! Oh my god, I'm covered in leather. There's a corpse on me. Oh, actually, I should say, I'll save this for another stream. I'll save this for another stream. There's a lot to do, scraps. I was gonna show the bag of scraps, but I'll save that. I'll save that as a mystery gift. I'll save that as a mystery gift for later. It's a tool we can use for later. Oh, oh, starting to lose it. I need to figure out what I want to tool this as. Because I think I want to tool this one. But I don't want to do the plush. I want to do... I gotta learn how to do
hand tooling. Maybe I'll do a hand tooling practice stream or something. I cheat. I use those little pre-made stamps because they come out nice. It's just what? Oh. Do I count as two? Oh. So if I have like 35 instances open, I can spoof the numbers? I know it's against the rules, but yeah, it's against the rules. I know. That was a joke. Joke. It's just a joke. I'm not doing that. Please don't attack me, YouTube. If I knew how to do that, I'd be a lot more well off. Because I'd be making not content on YouTube, I'd be making probably pyramid schemes. I love cults. Like Mormonism. You know what? I can make that joke because my family's Mormon. I'm not, but that's okay. Oh no, they wanted me very badly. They didn't want my dad because he screwed the bishop's daughter. No, I don't. not for that, I don't. It was in like the 60s. Come on now. They always were. I will not provide any context to that. Alright. Let me roll this up and see what we got. I may have to wet these because they're curly. No, I have to put some water on them. Technically speaking, I'm not done because I didn't cut the straps. So I need 2 of these and 2 of these. But with these, I'm a cheater and I use a strip cutter. So maybe I'll do that and then on the holes. So yeah, these 4. If I stream tomorrow, if I'm able to get it up, I'll do these. I'll cut these 4 out with the strip cutter. Pound all the holes on them, and then I can tokenol everything. Did I tokenol this? I don't think I did. No. Did I? Tokenol this? I don't think I did. I just think this was a nice piece of leather. Realistically, I don't think I did. Weird. I don't know why I wouldn't have done that. No, I didn't on this one, but whatever. Yeah.
So I don't have to token all these, which is going to make that a lot easier on the inside because they just lay against your foot. And I don't care. They'll rub themselves smooth as you wear them. Okay, well. Other than them. Try and lay them that way and then it might unfurl them. Okay. Well, I gotta do a sign off, right? That's how you do the ending of the streams. Do I do the generic Markiplier thing? Thank you everybody for watching. No. Well, for everybody who came out to watch and anybody who's watching it after the fact, thank you. I genuinely appreciate it. And I hope to see you in the future. Goodbye.